All right, here we go. This is Wednesday, day 3. Nope. Day 4. Yeah, Wednesday, day 4. We didn't meet Monday, but we did meet 3 days last week. Okay, I went over with the class. At the end of class period, you want to log out of the computers, make sure you're logged out, and turn off the monitor. Talk more about learning on Friday. And so this is Introduction to Computers. We did some hardware, software work together in class. We talked a little bit about the assignment and a little bit about the project. We talked very little about change, and then some students had a few questions afterwards concerning. All right, so here's what we did. First thing we did is the students opened up a Google Doc and listed as many operating systems as they could. We haven't specifically looked at them. Then they listed application software, and when they listed it, they had to categorize it. Is it horizontal or vertical? I gave the example of WebAdvisor is vertical. I also said Microsoft Office, like Microsoft Word, that's horizontal. You can use it in all kinds of businesses. Vertical, this is just for education. So it's vertical. Okay. Where is it stored? Like, is it stored on a local hard drive, or is it stored in the cloud? Where is it? Is it stored on some server? Where is it stored? Like, for example, Microsoft products stored right on the computer. And then is it proprietary or open source? Microsoft would be proprietary. They own it. Okay. Then, after that, we had them hardware. They had lists computing devices. I gave an example, smartphone. Other ones would be a PC, a laptop, a tablet, maybe your watch, the thermostat in your house, there's a computer in your car, blah, 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 blah. It's all over the place. Okay? It's all over the place. Next thing, I'll use a different color. Next thing we said, so what about users? Okay, how do you compare the users, operating system, application software, and hardware? What is the link between them? And I told them to draw a picture. I also made it easier. I said, you know, if you do a search on the internet comparing OS, application, hardware, and users, you can get some nice looking diagrams. So they were supposed to put a diagram in their document that has all this material, and then I told them if you can draw one on paper and see if you can get that in there. So 2 more tasks concerning the document. Alright, then we stored it. I'm going to go over that here in a little bit. The next thing I want to talk about here briefly is I did talk about this. We talked about computers have in there somewhere's memory. Random access memory, a lot of people call it. In this class, we're going to call it memory. They also have storage, like a hard drive. Okay, the hard drives could be a disk platter that uses magnetic means to put the information in there, or you could refer to it as a solid state drive, SSD drive, where the information is stored in a solid state. Details later, but most computing devices have this. Now your phone probably is a combination of those. That's probably all the same thing. It's all flash memory. There's no floppy drive. Well, that's old. There's no hard drive in your phone, at least not the ones I'm familiar with. Okay, so that's kind of all together. But phones have that. They have memory, storage, have a place to store the information. And then we take the information, run it along this electronic bus to the processor, and process it, and then send it back. We can have ports connected to the processor, the electronic bus. We have slots if you want to add something like a video card, And so that's the electronic bus that communicates. All that's on a motherboard. We'll cover the details later in the course. All right. So here we are. We're on our PCs here, and we're working on a Google Doc. So we're communicating out here to Google, and our document's stored out there somewhere. And later on, we talk a lot about it. I'm going to talk more about it all the way through the course. Where is the path to find that information? Though most students won't think a whole lot about it, but it's these folders or directories, okay, where something is. So we were communicating back and forth, typing up our Google Doc. Now, we want to share that. And so what we set up here, there's a path to Canvas, to NIACC on Canvas, subdomain. This is the Canvas, where Canvas is, instructure.com. And then we wanted to put here a link. A link that everybody could look at. And we're going to look at them on Friday. So the students took their document here and they created a share, right? Create a share for people to view. And then they took that link, and we're doing it all from our PC up here, and they put the link in a place here in Canvas in our course. Now, I, the instructor, set that up first. Okay, I set up a place to put the link, gave it some points and etc. They tried to negotiate more points, but no way, Jose. Okay, so I set that up, and so went to there. Okay. Does that make sense? All right. And then that way we can share that on Friday. We'll look at. We talked a little bit about change. So each group come up with just one key idea or what you came away with. One thing you thought was important that you came away from the work we did on change. If you remember, we had the Google job hire story. Thinking by Freeman, I think it was. All right, so we'll finish up the unit. Finish up the unit on Friday. That's it.